Hello YouTube friends, I am very excited to share with you my newest purchase, and this is the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 in EPI leather, and it's in the beautiful color Toledo blue. So if you want to see some more about this beautiful bag and how it actually differs from the monogram 25 in size, then just keep watching. Okay, now this is one of those purchases I was so excited to get. I could barely stand it. I ordered it off eBay, and I'll tell you later the incredible bargain I got. But I used one of the Japanese power sellers who guarantees authenticity. That was important to me, but it was one that I had not used before. And like I'd said previously, I don't like to disclose who the Japanese sellers I use for the Louis Vuitton vintage bags are, because I've only used this person once, and they do have kind of it's not 100% positive feedback, so I don't want your experience to be very different than what I experienced. So I'll only recommend a seller if I've used them many times. And so lately I haven't been using them many times. I've been choosing different Japanese power sellers to use, and so far I have had wonderful luck. The shipping was incredible. It was free shipping, and they sent it out on one day and it was already in Los Angeles the next day. It was crazy. So I got it very, very fast through DHL, and I'll tell you kind of how they listed it and what I actually discovered once I got it. This, by the way, is my new beautiful mystical flowers bag charm from Coach, and I thought it matched really cute. This blue part here, especially on this flower, I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually got little sparkle stones around that too, and it just kind of brings out the color, the beautiful Toledo blue, which is beautiful. It's like a true blue with a hint of green to it, and it's not coming true to color, of course. On camera it's looking much more royal blue, but it actually has a little bit more of a green tone and is not as bright in person. And that was a hard thing to figure out what color I wanted, because I've wanted one of these forever, and you know I have my love of EPI leather and so I was thinking, of course, I'd get a black one. That one I would use the most, but honestly every color in these is pretty. Usually they come out in black, red, this Toledo blue, and then a really pretty true green color. So honestly any of those would have been fine, but I just kept leaning towards the blue, and so I went on one of my hunts for about a week looking at what was out there, and missed out on a few bids on some other that I was bidding on. And then I just decided, well, I'll look for some that are buy it now. And so I found this one. So for the condition, the Japanese sellers honestly usually downplay the condition very much. It's not like here in the States where everyone's saying this is like new and you get it and it's all dinged up. They go the opposite route. They will showcase any flaw in photos. The pictures of this were so magnified of certain areas. I thought it was going to be awful. I was really kind of scared. So as an example, one of the ways they scored this was on a scale of 1 to 10. They said this was a 5, and it is definitely not a 5 to me. I would rate this more like a 7. And the pictures that they used, I have it very stuffed because I'm trying to get out any little wrinkles that are common in these bags, especially when they're old like this one from '95. But they didn't have it stuffed correctly, or the lighting was weird, and the picture of the back of it looked awful. This whole section here looked like it had some sort of stretched out growth on it. And I thought, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to try shrinking the leather with some alcohol or something. So I was fully prepared that I was gonna have to do a total rehab on this. And you know me, I always plan to do a rehab video to show you guys what I do, and then I get the bag and it's wonderful. So I am truly bag blessed, but I didn't have to do anything really to it. I cleaned it. I used some saddle soap, and you can find my old video, or I'll put it up here somewhere. I use some water wipes, the baby wipes, and just wipe over the top of a saddle soap tin, and very lightly, and just go over it and then wipe it down again, and then I condition it. And that's all I did to this. Just absolutely beautiful. But part of the description was slight scratching, handles cracked. I don't see any cracks anywhere on this. I mean, it's possible they were looking at a different bag, I don't know, but they said handles cracked, metal rusted. I don't see any rust at all. The only thing I see is the zipper pull has a few little kind of chips taken out of it, which always happens on these, and it's missing the leather pull tab. Now that was not disclosed, but I could tell from the photos that it was, and I don't like the leather pull tab anyhow, so it was fine with me. It's missing the little rivet that holds it down, and the rest is authentic, just what came with it originally. But anyhow, the zipper looks good. I didn't have to polish anything. The brass looks good on the rivets. Everything looks great. And then the one that got me in the feels was, it said, obviously deformed. No! This baby is not deformed. It just needed to be stuffed for a while. But I think they're talking about like on the sides of this side. They kind of cave in a little bit if they're not stored correctly. And then it does have creasing, which is very common on the EPI leather bags. So if they're not stored correctly and kind of laid flat, they can get creases in them. And this has a bigger crease in the back, a very small one in the front. Towards the bottom, you can't really see it. The bottom does not have feet, and it's got that nice band across. And you can see where the crease starts and ends. So I think it must have had something laying on top of it for years. Has a wonderful little pocket on the side, which is really cute. And this one is not peeling on the inside or anything. I added this lock because I had it. And then there's a little cracking of the finish on the top of this. So now EPI leather, apparently what they do to it is it's dyed. It's like drum dyed. And then they do a special process to add like a water resistant finish to it, and that adds kind of the extra coloring in it as well. When you look up close, it's not all one color. They're different shades, which is really pretty. So that was all that I saw that was really wrong with it. It's made in France. These side tabs look really good. This one does not look as good. It's got, like I said, the cracking. On my other Speedies, it looks even worse, so that was fine with me. So let me go ahead and unstuff this, and then I'll show you what the inside looks like. Okay, so I have the little handy dandy light in there so you can see that it is all suede inside. And then it has a fabric pocket. And this fabric pocket on these old ones is kind of lined with a glazed, almost like a plasticky coating. And that usually starts peeling off and getting all gross, but this one, it is not peeling at all. It looks wonderful. And then as usual, the date code is under here on this little rivet here. But since we can't really see it, it's no good, but I'll tell you it was made in France in May of '95. And then you've got the other two little pieces here with the extra ring. I hope you can see that. It looks really good on the inside. It had one little kind of white spot in there, and I rubbed that out, and I haven't done anything else to it. It looks like it has a little spotting right here, but I just need to, I think, brush the nap of the leather. It doesn't look awful. And it smells like, kind of like a musty older bag. Usually the way I get rid of that is to just open it up after I clean it and set it outside in the sunlight, and it really will take care of that very quickly for you. It actually is smelling much better already. I did that yesterday. So the thing about Epi leather is it was introduced by Louis Vuitton in 1985 as part of their luggage pieces. And then later it was used for bags. And they still use it on bags and SLGs. But they discontinued doing the Speedies in it in 2012. So if you ever find a date code that's beyond 2012 and it's Epi Speedy, look out. So I want to make sure it's authentic. But it's very lightweight once it's not stuffed with everything. Really lightweight. Now, one of the other things about it is I usually have like a couple straps I can use for my Speedies because all my Speedies are classics, and so they don't have the bandolier sides to clip onto, so you have to clip them here, which is not advisable in the long run, but if you do it occasionally, it's fine. So I was trying to think what would go with this, because my vachetta strap won't look good, my monogram strap won't look good. So I went on to Amazon. Let me take this off of here. And I found this set of straps. It's hard to tell, but it's like a really pretty marbleized blue and black plastic on these rings. If you just look up like resin chain strap, these will come up. But this was a set of 2, and each end has a little, almost like a little Louis Vuitton clip, along with the O-ring snap clip. So I took those off on 2 sides and joined the straps together to make one long strap. And it's very lightweight, so I'm sure it's not going to be that long lasting. But if I want to wear it for a quick trip to the store, it should be fine. And I think that looks really cute with this bag. You can see the blue when the light hits it. It really picks up the shade. I think it looks really cute. And the other thing you can do is you can unclip the short side. And if I just wanted to have a little decorative bag necklace, I could do that too. So I thought that was a cute addition for this because these did not come, as far as I know, bandolier was not an option for these bags. All the Speedies that I've seen, and they come in lots of different sizes too, but all of the ones that I've seen that were the Epi leather were just the classic style. So they don't come with straps, as far as I know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, please. But the other interesting thing is the size, and that's why I really got pushed to buying it, because I use this baby, you know, my old Speedy 25. I use this thing constantly, all the time, and this one's from, I think it was 2003, so it's not quite as old as this one, but I carry it all the time because it's so convenient, such a great size. But I also like the 30, having a little bit more room. So a lot of the reviews I saw about the Epi Speedy 25 noted it's not a 25. It's more like a 27 or 28. It is bigger by quite a bit than the actual Speedy 25. And I'm not sure how the 30 compares. So I'm not sure if the 30 is also conversely bigger than the regular monogram 30. But I think you can see from this, they're an inch different. This is 10 inches, this is 11 inches. And this is, I think it was 7 tall. Let me measure it here. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 7 tall. And then this one is 7.5. So you've got more space all the way around if you go with an Epi Speedy 25 than a regular Speedy 25. Isn't that interesting? I don't know why. I never saw online why that is, that it's so much bigger. But it's the perfect sweet spot between the 25 and the 30. So if you would like a little bit more room in your Speedy 25, go with the Epi. See if you like that, because it's just enough extra room to me to make it a lot more usable. So I think that is it on this beautiful Speedy in Toledo blue. If you want to see a really nice representation of all the different colors of Epi leather, she has almost all of them on there, go to yugiscloset.com It's YOOGIS Closet. They have a lot of information on the history of epi leather and also swatches of the different colors, and it also says when the colors were used. So if you're trying to authenticate a bag that you're looking at, you can see when they used a certain color. The blues are really hard because this one is definitely Toledo blue. I think they stopped, I want to say this one went until, I could be wrong, I think it was 2003 or 2004, and then they went to other colors of blue, but all the shades of blue are really similar, almost all of them. So you might think you have Toledo blue, but you could have something else if it's a little bit newer bag. So anyhow, I am very excited about this. I can't wait to pack her up and use her. And of course I'm going to put in all my epi pieces. So now I have the tassel yellow and black and the Toledo blue. Alright, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time.